Okay, well, thank you everybody for being here. My name is Detective Sergeant Todd Elliott. I'm with the Battle Creek Police Department, and we're here today to discuss the robberies we've had in our area over the last couple of months. Since August 21st of this year, we have had 14 robberies in the greater Battle Creek area, which includes the city of Springfield, Emmett Township, and Calhoun County jurisdictions. Of these 14, 7 of them have occurred within the city of Battle Creek. Of those, we have 2 people in custody on one of those robberies. 4 of these have occurred in Emmett Township, and an additional 3 have occurred in Springfield and Calhoun County. Since these robberies first started happening, we had immediately begun investigating them in conjunction with the Calhoun County Sheriff Department and Emmett Township Department of Public Safety. Since then, these robberies have increased, and we've been able to look at all the evidence we have, and we're trying to piece together as much as we can to figure out if there's any connections on these. We've identified 2 primary groups that are responsible for these. One of them includes a white male suspect, average build and height, and he's been wearing a skull mask and has used a black handgun. The second group is a white or Hispanic male. There may be 2 involved in that, and he's been wearing a blue bandana with a chrome or silver colored handgun. The other ones, we haven't been able to find any distinctive differences or distinctive characteristics they're using on these, so we're kind of categorizing those into another group. I do have some pictures I'll present to you to show some of the suspects we have in here that we're looking to identify. And at this point, we're asking for the public's help in this. Because we have had so many robberies, this is a countywide public safety issue. The next step that we have is we have contacted Michigan State Police, and we've activated our Area Major Crimes Task Force, which includes representatives from the Michigan State Police, Calhoun County Sheriff Department, Battle Creek Police, and Emmett Township Department of Public Safety. Working with this, we have more resources to pour into this, more personnel. You can see the team we have up here right now, and we are working very diligently to try and bring these robberies to a close. Silent Observer is also offering up to $1,000 for any tips that result in the arrest of any suspects involved in these robberies. So we encourage the public to contact Silent Observer, contact your local agencies, contact dispatch even at 911 if you have any information about any suspects that you think may be involved in this. We're also encouraging our area businesses to be extra vigilant, to watch out for suspicious activity, and to report that. Call 911 if they're seeing anything out of the ordinary, and let us know what's going on with this. We also encourage them to increase their staffing with more at closing time and at nighttime, which is when we've seen the majority of these robberies occur. In addition to the pictures I've got here today, I will also be sending out a Nixle press release, which will have all of these pictures in a digital format to make it a little bit easier for you to publish. And that release will be going out within the next couple of hours, so you can expect to see that. If you'd like, I can lay these pictures out for you also, if you'd like to get some pictures of them right now. At this point, that's about the limit of the information we can put out on this. We are still investigating leads. We do have people that we are looking for to see what their involvement is in this, but at this point we can't release any additional details because of our investigation. So does anybody have any questions? Mike?
Can you tell me the 2 suspects who were arrested and which events they were connected to?
Yes, they were arrested on one of the robberies at the TJ's Party Store, and that was one that occurred right at the beginning of this at the end of August, and both of those were on the same incident. There was a primary robber and a lookout. We were able to find them and get them arrested and charged on that.
So 2 guys for that one specific robbery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and from the information we have, they're not tied to any of the other robberies.
Have you linked any of these to other areas like Kalamazoo? I think Kalamazoo's had a Rash too, any other areas?
Yes, Kalamazoo has had some similar robberies. We've been talking with them also and trying to see if we have any links between their robberies and ours. As of yet, we don't have anything specific for that, but we are still in contact with them. And then part of with working with the Major Crimes Task Force, we'll be reaching out to Albion, Jackson, and other even further surrounding areas.
You said that there have been 14 since August 21st, right?
Yes.
Does that include the 2 from last night?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Are you able to break these down into groups? I mean, are you looking at 2 or 3 groups, or any idea yet?
There's primarily 2. The one with the white male, and then another one with a white or Hispanic male, possibly 2 people in that. And the rest of them, there isn't anything specific linking them into a separate group, so we just have the 2 primary.
you think any of these were inside efforts?
That's always the thing we look at with any robbery. At this point, we can't disclose if we have details on that or not. Anybody else? Okay, I will lay these pictures out on the table up here, if you'd like to take a look at those. And then again, all these pictures that I have here will be sent out in a Nixle press release. And I also have a list of the times, dates, and locations of all of the robberies. You're each more than welcome to take one of these with you if you'd like that for publication.
You mentioned Major Crimes Task Force. Generally, that's, you know, it's exerted effort for 48 hours. Is that how it's going to work this time, or are you just going to, I mean, how are you guys going to work this?
Well, we look at the information we've got, and based on the time frame when these have occurred, and we're going to base our future actions on the past history of these robberies, so we know kind of where to go, what times to go out. It's going to essentially be the same thing on that. This is a little bit different than a single major crime because these have happened over the last 2 months, so our angle is just a little bit different on that.
So are you going to be adding patrols, increasing patrols in certain areas, or
Yes.
have you decided that?
Yes, we have done that to an extent already, but because of the large scale of this and the broad area that this is happening, it's difficult to pile that many resources in one specific area. Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming in. If anybody has any questions, feel free to contact me or anybody with the Sheriff Department or the State Police or Emmett Township.